What's going on YouTube? It's Coach Meite here for leanmusclemethod.com, and in today's video I'm going to share the top 3 ways to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Okay, stay tuned, it is possible. Now, is it possible to lose body fat and build muscle at the same time? This is a question that I get time and again from almost all my clients. Everyone is trying to achieve the same thing. We want to look better, we want to feel better, we want to have a little bit more tone in our muscles, but we want to lose the love handles, maybe a little bit of the belly, maybe a little of the underarms, whatever it may be. We're all trying to achieve the same thing. But the question is it possible? That's the first thing. And the answer is a resounding yes, 100% it's possible. You can lose body fat and build muscle at the same time, but there's kind of like some prerequisites, right? So that's why I'm making this video, just so that you are aware, is it worth your time to try to do both things at the same time? Now, the first method is to be completely new to the gym. So if you've never worked out in your entire life, you can build muscle and lose fat at the same time, assuming that you're also making some efforts with nutrition. Okay, you're increasing your protein intake, you're being a little bit more careful with your fat intake, and you're kind of working your carbs around training. If you're doing those things and you're training at the same time, and this is your first time going to the gym, then you can do both. You can lose fat and build muscle at the same time. I call these newbie gains. But the only downside is the newbie gains only work for so long, usually about 6 months to a year, right? So after the first year, that kind of just stops working, and you're gonna have to find some other method to build muscle and lose fat. So that's the first way. The second way is if you've had a long layoff from training. So maybe you've had a shoulder injury or knee injury or something that prevented you from training, whatever it is. And let's say that you've been training for a couple of years before that, and now you stop training for about 6 months. When you come back to the gym, you will be able to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. It's almost like your body has this muscle memory. It remembers what you were doing a few months before, and so you're able to kind of bring that muscle back, but also lose the fat at the same time without really changing your diet. So that's the second method. And then the third method is if you're kind of like in the overweight / obese. If you're more in the obese category, if you've got a lot of body fat to lose, then you're in that place where, because you've got so much energy stored, even if you're in a calorie deficit and your weight is going down, the extra energy that you've got in terms of the body fat is going to allow you to also build muscle at the same time. So again, the first way is if you're new to the gym, you're a new trainee, newbie gains. The second way is if you had a long layoff from training. And then the third way is if you were quite overweight, if you had a lot of body fat to lose, the extra energy allows you to build the extra muscle. There's actually a fourth method. And the fourth way is if you are taking performance enhancing drugs. If you're on steroids, then you're also going to be able to do that. But I'm really not talking to the steroids crowd. So assuming that you're not taking steroids, then these are the only 3 methods that you can apply to really do both, right? Build muscle and lose fat. So if you don't fall in one of these 3 categories, then what do? Then my suggestion to every single one of my clients is that you pick your goal, okay? Don't try to do both. Either choose building muscle or choose losing fat, but just trying to do both. What I always say is, look, it's kind of like cycling against the wind. Like, you can still get to your destination, but it's really, really hard because the wind is going against you, versus cycling with the wind. If the wind is behind you, you can cycle that much faster, and that's how you use the food, right? So if you are trying to build some muscle, it's just a little bit better to have a bit of a calorie surplus. It doesn't need to be a huge surplus, and you don't need to get fat over it, but your abs might not be as defined as you want them to. So you kind of need to pick your goal. If you're trying to get lean for summer, then maybe forget about trying to build muscle right now and just focusing on getting lean for summer, right? So that's my 2 cents on that. But I just thought I would share that with you guys because that's a question that I've had for so long, and literally that's been a big myth busting experience for myself, like looking for all this information for you guys. So I hope you found it useful. If you did, please drop a comment, give us a thumbs up, it does help the channel. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing as well. I've actually got an 8-week challenge coming up. So if you're looking to make that happen or to join the challenge, then make sure to look out for the next few videos. Again, it's going to be for 8 weeks, and I'm really excited about it. So as soon as my show is over, I'm going to be recording those videos for you guys. And that's pretty much it. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.